All right, guys, let's start the news with a couple items from Breitbart. By the way, this is Howard Riell from Riell Truth. Thanks for tuning in. Item: a grenade amnesty period begins in Sweden this week, with the government guaranteeing those who hand in explosive devices to police will not face arrest or prosecution, unquote. Folks, welcome to America's future. When you have a country filled with people who want to build and then use explosive devices, you're going to end up in a place where you're so pathetic, so weak, that you've got to request, please, please, people, turn in your explosive devices. Well, Sweden is done for. Sweden's finished. I don't want America to suffer the same fate. Also from Breitbart, American Ebola experts from the Centers for Disease Control have been withdrawn from the outbreak zone in North Kivu province in the Democratic Republic of Congo. This will make the new outbreak more difficult to contain, unquote. I've got a very simple question. Explain to me, please, why would America or any country allow anyone from the Democratic Republic of Congo to enter our country? Why? What are they bringing with them except the most hideous diseases known, like Ebola? These countries with Ebola outbreaks must be quarantined. Item from Reuters. Up to 3,000 migrants crossed from Honduras into Guatemala on Monday on a trek northward after a standoff with police in riot gear and warnings from Washington that migrants should not try to enter the United States illegally, unquote. My friends, just a hunch. But I don't think the Spanish-speaking migrants very much care what the United States government says. So what are we going to do? Number one, we pressure Guatemala, Honduras, Mexico, the countries they have to pass through. We pressure those countries to stop them. If they don't stop them and they break through the border into America, we gas them. We tase them. Need be, we shoot them. Law and order must be maintained. Our borders must be maintained. The world must know they cannot simply rush our border and get into our country. And if they try, they're going to get tased or gassed or shot. It's not a game. It's not a PR gambit. It's not politics. This is life and death played out on a national scale. We're either going to survive or we're not going to survive. As I mentioned, you're listening to Riell Truth. Starting with a bang. We'll be right back. All right, guys, let's kick it in the guts. You know, there are a few things I like more in life than insulting liberals, and that's why I love this clip. Here's Tommy Lahren on Fox News about to insult a liberal woman to her face, a woman who used to work for Hillary Clinton. Listen to it, love it along with me. Here we go. This is the liberal speaking. Now keep in mind, folks, this broad, this chick, and I'm using my words very specifically for a reason, this chick worked for Hillary Clinton. Hillary Clinton was the attack dog who went after the women her husband had molested. According to one allegation, raped. Hillary Clinton not only didn't believe these women, she sought to destroy them. She slandered, insulted them. Some were physically threatened. At least one had a pet killed. And this chick is out there talking about defending women? She is garbage. All right, this was done before Christine Fraud went out in public talking about Brett Kavanaugh. But it was important to play Tommy Lahren response to this woman, I don't even know her name and it doesn't even matter, who worked for Hillary Clinton. I hate lies and I hate hypocrisy. And if there's one place to go for lies and hypocrisy, 24/7, 365, it's Clinton world. The Clintons are great champions for women. Just ask the Clintons. Well, ask Hillary because Bill usually has his pants down around his ankles. No wonder Democrats around the country are sprinting away from Hillary. She keeps jamming her ugly face in front of TV cameras and microphones because she's trying desperately to stay relevant. She's trash. She was trashed 30 years ago. People with insight knew that. And I underscore that for my listeners in Colorado. You remember Colorado, of course, went for Hillary in the election. The Clintons are garbage. The Democrat Party has patterned itself after the Clintons. That's why they are now the attack dog mob party. This chick on television makes me sick with her lies. And every time I see a Democrat on TV, they're lying. I'm not the only American who's sick to death of it. Donald Trump has injected truth into our political system. And God help us, did we need it? And do we need it? Going forward. Only going to get it. Only going to get it if we support the Trump agenda. We'll be right back.
John bore witness of him and cried out, saying, "This was he of whom I said, He who comes after me is preferred before me, for he was before me." The Gospel of John, chapter 1, verse 14 and 15. We hope these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal, that they are endowed by their Creator with certain unalienable rights, that among these are life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness, that to secure these rights, governments are instituted among them, deriving their just powers from the consent of the government. This, the America, has been. Chaplain Collins LLC with our emergency first responders to their professional commitment of grace. They're willing to put their lives on the line for us as little or no thanks. So let's all take the time to thank our first responders for all they do for us. Also thanking our veterans for the sacrifice they made for our freedom. This message is from Chaplain Collins LLC, with 10 locations in Denver and Fort Collins, serving the community for over 13 years. This is an online at chaplaincollins.com. Twitter conference the men and women of our military dedicate themselves to serving our country. Their commitment and courage keep our country safe and strong. Let us honor those who have lost their lives in the line of duty. So who chose to slave today? It's reminded of Total Concrete Building at 4462 Hilltop Road in Longmont. God to serve the entire area and to work on behalf of our future. More information call 970-535-3780.
All right, folks, welcome back. I am Howard Riell, and the show is called Riell Truth. Now, if you've been tuned into the media, even if you've only been listening to Riell Truth this past week, which is all you need, truth be told, you know that CNN was guilty of racism unbounded last week in going after Kanye West after West's meeting in the White House with Donald Trump. Well, here's a video, and I don't know the gentleman's name because it's not on here, but it comes from the AfriSynergy News Network. Obviously, African-American News Network. And here is a commentator talking about Don Lemon on CNN and the panel of racists that he had on CNN trying to insult and delegitimize Kanye West because he doesn't want to stay on the Democratic Party's plantation any longer. Let's listen.
Signs of desperation. So, there is great desperation among the Democrats. Not told you. Independents versus Democrats. They're shooting themselves in the foot. Reflects the desperation of so many Democrats right now. And Hillary Clinton's coming from
Folks, the reason the Democrats are desperate is because they're dying. They've been exposed as losers, as haters, as racists, as criminals. They've been exposed thanks to alternative media. Americans now see them for what they are, and they know they're on the verge of extinction. That's why they're going bananas. Let's go back to this video.
I want you to listen. I mean, these people are desperate. They're saying something. These are some things that the Billsman person said. They would be opposed to. But they're saying, because Kanye West has chosen to embrace and reform. So they're very, very unhappy about it. I mean, you're looking at all of the anger and body language. As well as the verbal language. But let's move on. Let's see what the rest of the audience have to say about this. We have this now. Now Donald Trump is going to use it. You heard it. And he's going to ask them what was okay, all right. Now, just stand with him and take pictures. Oh, no, buddy. It's more than just about taking pictures. And we know taking pictures with certain people is all for politics. That's always been the case. But here it is. These people are so angry and desperate because Kanye You see it happen. You saw it happen. You're looking at it. It's happening in real time. So anyway, let's see what else this sister has to say.
You see, folks, here's the hypocrisy of the Democrats that I was referring to before. You can't call someone a Negro unless you're on the left. Then it's okay. You can't dismiss what blacks think and feel unless you're on the left. Then it's okay. You can't talk trash about white men unless you're on the left. Then it's fine. You can't call for the assassination of police officers unless you're on the left. Then it's okay. That's the burning hypocrisy on the left. And the good news is you get to vote against it in 2 weeks.
This is ridiculous.
No. But take this fat broad seriously. Take this fat broad with the $5 dye job. Take her seriously. Because she's on CNN, which itself is not to be taken seriously.
He's already been hospitalized.
The token Negro, nobody's taking him serious. He's been hospitalized. I mean, listen to all that. Listen to it. I mean, these people can cry and moan and but it is not going to help them win in November. Alright? You're hearing this from Apple City News, okay? Alright? Now I'll tell you myself, okay? I know those guys. Those guys are Jews. They're juvenile in comparison. They're neophytes. Okay? You're going to get in-depth analysis here. Just like it is. Okay? It's not going to be supplanted. Alright? Who told you Trump was going to win? As far back as that was in 2015.
I did.
Exactly.
And he did. We both did. That's right.
She said,
My friends, I never saw T West or Afro Synergy News before, but I love the guy because he tells the truth. Unadorned, without a $2 million a year paycheck, without fancy studios in Manhattan. He tells it like it is. I love that. I respect that. That's what I do. You know, the elites in Manhattan, the left, CNN, those types. They think you and I are garbage. We don't know anything. We're the unwashed masses to them. They know, they think. Well, they knew with absolute certainty that Hillary Clinton was going to win the election. And they knew with absolute certainty that the Democrats were going to carry Congress. And they knew with absolute certainty they'd be able to get rid of Donald Trump. So maybe they're not so smart. Maybe they are the stupid ones. In fact, there's no maybe about it. They're the stupid ones, and they're dishonest, and they're desperate. Because now more and more Americans are onto them. They're not fooling anybody. Item. From CNS News, the federal government collected a record $1.68 trillion in individual income taxes in fiscal 2018, according to the monthly Treasury statement released today. However, the federal government also ran a deficit of $778.9 billion during the fiscal year. So understand what's happening. The federal government, raising more money than ever. Even God doesn't know what $1.68 trillion is. And we're still in the red. Because we spend like idiots. We, all of us. Not just the politicians. The enablers, too. We who vote for the phony baloney politicians who get elected by telling us yes to everything. The one hiccup is that we can't afford yes for everything. We're living way out of our means, have been for a very, very long time, and it's killing us. So stop voting for big spending, high taxing Democrats. I mean, stop! Stop doing it! Get smart. We'll be back with more Real Truth.
Animal House taxidermy and rights we thank you for creating our report. Who have served our country. Business owners, they're hiring our most representative people. To those of you who look back on the position with blood, know that your dedication, selflessness, and courage are appreciated. May God bless America. This message is from Animal House taxidermy and rights. Proud to salute fighting force of our the American people. Now, the testimony that went on and recently by Jerusalem and asked him, who are you? He confessed and did not deny, but confessed, I am not the Messiah. And they asked him, what then? Are you Elijah? He said, I am not. Are you a prophet? And he answered, no. The Gospel of John, chapter 1, verse 19 through 20. No one anywhere, no reflection. These brave men and women put the bill for our freedom every day. In our prayers, this message is coming quickly. 24-hour Walmart supercenter. They're on the air because they care. Here's the problem. We know our kids will be exposed. We want to applaud the they provide examples to the to be effective. Serving our area, TV, and more, and the people of the United States, in order to form a more perfect union, adapt justice, and ensure domestic tranquility, provide for the
All right, guys, one of my favorite video partners here on Riell Truth is Laura Ingraham on Fox News. Here she is speaking even more truth than we've already heard during the first half of the show, how Democrats are using victimhood as a midterm strategy. She's spot on. Here we go.
At some point in life, we all have to decide whether we want to be victims or victors. Do we want to be defined by slights and wrongs, ones that are perceived or real, that we suffer at the hands of others? 242 years ago, our forefathers made the decision that kind of sitting around bemoaning our fate under British rule wasn't going to get us anywhere. They decided to do something about it. We're a people who chose freedom and liberty, rooted in a sense of virtue over despair and hopelessness. And with courage, sacrifice, and an indomitable spirit and an abiding faith in God, we won our independence and eventually created the greatest country in the world. Powerful forces in today's Democratic Party, though, are at war with that fundamental understanding of the American story. In fact, many think the founding of our country was inherently corrupt and even illegitimate. And they've made a decision to run against that version of America. In the absence of an actual plan to grow American prosperity and keep us safe, Democrats are embracing victimhood as a political platform this midterm cycle. Democrat Stacey Abrams is running for governor in Georgia.
The miasma of fear that is created through voter suppression is as much about terrifying people about trying to vote as it is about actually blocking their ability to do so.
Now, what is she talking about? Voter registration has reached a record level in Georgia, and there was a 75% voter participation there in 2016. The average nationwide was only 55%. Abrams is selling fear, victimhood, and the idea of, wait, illegal aliens voting?
The thing of it is, the blue wave is African American. It's white, it's Latino, it's Asian Pacific Islander. It is made up of those who've been told that they are not worthy of being here. It is comprised of those who are documented and undocumented.
Whoa. Oh, wait a midnight train to Georgia here. Did you just catch that? Sounds like if Abrams had her druthers, illegal immigrants would indeed, or are part of the blue wave. In other words, be eligible to vote? How does that not dilute the legal votes of American citizens of all colors and all backgrounds? But it gets worse up in Massachusetts, where a lot of my family's from, and where for years Elizabeth Warren has shamelessly peddled the idea that she is a Cherokee Indian.
My Aunt Boo has walked by that picture at least 1,000 times, remarked that her father, my papa, had high cheekbones, like all of the Indians. Being Native American has been part of my story, I guess, since the day I was born.
Being Native American has been part of her story since she needed a job. Because you and I know, in America, in the late 20th and early 21st centuries, if you can list yourself as some kind of minority, you've got a leg up. She did that. She got her job, she got tenure. What'd she teach? Harvard? With a lie. She founded her political career on a lie. Now she's been caught in that lie. She took a DNA test. She's got less Native American blood in her than the average American. I was talking to someone on the phone today. He said if you were to blood test average Americans, we've got more DNA from Cro-Magnon people than we have from Native Americans. So Elizabeth Warren is a lying pig who's using Native Americans to leapfrog other more deserving people. She's making victims of Native Americans. She's making victims of all of us. Are you going to reward her and her friends, her colleagues, with your vote? She may be 0.09% Native American, so give her a job. Because this is America. And if you're a minority, we push you to the front of the line. Give her your vote. Because she's got a vagina. That's the low level, the disgusting, stupid level that we fall into in America today. Give someone a job because she has a vagina. She's 0.09% Native American. So give her a job.
Okay, that's where the scale goes like from 0.09%.
Well, I'm so glad she said that. That's another example of liberal hypocrisy. They've made up this phrase, cultural appropriation, meaning kids going out to trick-or-treat can't wear Pocahontas costumes. But this woman, Elizabeth Warren, Pocahontas, she can stake her career and her political ambition on a lie. That's Democrat hypocrisy.
Typical Democrat though here. She's racially obsessed. Well, let's face it.
Yeah, we're not going to go on to the caravan right now. Elizabeth Warren isn't very Native American. She is very stupid. And she's hoping that the voters are even stupider than she is. Well, we're not. We're not. Americans don't get their news from ABC, CBS, and NBC, period, anymore. Our eyes have been opened. We know what the hell's going on. We know who the good guys and the bad guys are. So Elizabeth Warren and her fellow Democrats, they are on the way to extinction. We'll be back.
And against both the three of all the teams and great corporate. For the law was given through Moses, but Riell Truth came to Yeshua HaMashiach, Jesus the Christ. No one has seen God at any time. The only begotten in the bosom of the Father. He, the Gospel of John, chapter 1, verse 15. Article 4. The right of the people to be secure against their persons, houses, papers, and effects against objects of searches and seizures shall not be violated, and no warrant shall be issued but upon probable cause, supported by oath or affirmation, and particularly describing the
right now, remind parents, keep an eye on your child while child children administrator become law. This poses an opportunity would be abducted. It would be necessary to keep track of your little ones at all times. If you have information regarding a lost child, call local authorities at once. This message is from American Community Corporate for residential or commercial opinion. Call 303-263-4228.
All right, guys, we are back. I'm not through stomping on Elizabeth Warren. I want to get out some more truth about what a skullduggerous piece of crap she is. Here's Greg Gutfeld from Fox News talking about this bogus DNA claim of hers.
Senator Elizabeth Warren just released a
Excuse me, the facts suggest that your mom is a moron. It also suggests, Liz, that your mom was a lousy parent and probably not very honest because she raised you to be a liar. So if I'm your mom, I'm pretty damned ashamed today. Because I got a daughter whose entire career is based on lies, who's trying to con the American people, who's working against the American people. If I'm your mom, I'm ashamed. I don't know if her mom is alive or not. If she is, she may be throwing herself off a roof right now out of shame. What happened to her daughter? Back to Greg Gutfeld. All right, so here's what we're going to do. If the government's telling us that Elizabeth Warren is Native American because she's 0.09% Native American, and if the average American is 0.18% Native American, twice as Native American as she is, that means we're all Native American, which means we can stop giving tax breaks to Native Americans. We can remove the autonomy on their reservations and make them subject to American law. That means we can stop several of the other benefits that we give to Native Americans, because after all, we're all Native Americans, right? People have asked me, Riell, why do you get so upset about lies? What is it about lies that bothers you so much? That's a good question. I'll tell you. Because I've been victimized several times in my life by lies. I've been victimized by lies, and so lies burn when I recognize them. So I call the show Riell Truth. You know, I've never been paid for doing this show. I do it because it's important to me to get truth out there. Because the major media today is a sea, a vast ocean of lies. Now, I may only have a sponge in my hand, and a sponge won't soak up much of an ocean, but it's something. One little candle can dispel a whole lot of darkness. So I'm on the air now for over 10 years for free to get truth out. Because there's so many lies. So many institutionalized lies. So many very well-funded lies. Lies that have gotten good people killed. That's why I hate lies. That's why I hate hypocrisy. I am a proud American. I want America to succeed. I want all Americans to succeed. And the lies and the hypocrisy and the viciousness coming from the left, it's cancer. And the American body politic is riddled with it. And it's killing us. We got to cut it out. I mean, like surgically cut it out. Let our body heal. We got to cut out the left from our government, all levels of government, city, state, federal. Got to carve it out. Purify, if you will, to carry on the metaphor. Purify our body politic. Get back to normalcy. Because the liars and the hypocrites and the haters, they've been killing us. And God help us, they'll continue to kill us if we let them. So what do you say, folks? You and me together. Let's not let them. Let's stop them cold. Here, now, in 3 weeks, on Election Day. We'll be back.
Not of God. Coming, and it now already in the world from John 4:1.
No state shall enter into any treaty, alliance, or confederation, grant letters of marque or reprisal, coin money, emit bills of credit, make anything but gold and silver coin a tender in payment of debt, pass any bill of attainder, ex post facto law, or law impairing the obligation of contracts, or grant any title of nobility. Article 1, Section 10.
Chaplain Collins LLC is our emergency first responders with a professional and free. They're willing to put their lives on the line for us with little or no thanks. So let's all take the time to thank our first responders for all they do for us. Also thanking our veterans for the sacrifice they made for our freedom. This message is from Chaplain Collins LLC, with 2 locations in Denver and Fort Collins. Serving the community for over 13 years. Visit them online at chapelcollins.com. Total concrete services on the men and women of our military dedicate themselves to serving our country. Their commitment and courage keep our country safe and strong. Let us honor those who have lost their lives in the line of duty. Salute those who serve today. This reminder from Total Concrete Services at 4462 Hilltop Road in Longmont. Proud to serve the entire area and to work on behalf of our future. For more information, call 970-535-4780.
Item from InfoWars, an 18-year-old Afghan, quote, asylum seeker was arrested after a stabbing spree on a train in Austria that left multiple passengers wounded, according to reports, unquote. Let's take out Austria and let's say it's, I don't know, Denver or Johnstown. You know, they say that because light from stars has been traveling for millions of years, when you see the light, it's millions of years old. You can see the past. Well, here I see the future. I see Afghan, quote, asylum seekers in America stabbing Americans. It's already happening. It'll happen more unless we stop it. Item also from InfoWars. The California judge overseeing the lawsuit filed by porn star Stormy Daniels against President Donald Trump dismissed the case on Monday. Daniels was further ordered to pay the president's legal fees. Well, I guess it's back to the mattresses for Stormy. That's a funny thing. Anytime the left goes after Trump, the left loses. Take this Kavanaugh thing. They went full-on animal against Kavanaugh. Not because of Kavanaugh, because of Roe versus Wade. Because they want to use judges to implement policies that the electorate won't let Democrats implement. So they want to sidestep the American people. First of all, by using the courts. Second of all, by bringing in ringers on welfare from other countries. And so they want full-on animal on poor Brett Kavanaugh and his family. And now it's going to redound to them, to the Democrats. Because Americans are sickened and frightened of what would happen if these animals got power. And so the Democrats are about to be struck a cruel blow. As far as Stormy Daniels and her slimeball lawyer, well, they're garbage. They're the kind of stuff you scrape off the bottom of your shoe. All the bugs are crawling out from under the rocks. All the slimy, creepy crawlies are crawling out from under the rocks and out of the woodwork to try and stop Donald Trump. Because he's bringing the disinfectant of light. He's giving power back to the American people. He's making life better, making the economy better, making us safer, etc., etc., etc. And the bugs crawling around under the rocks can't stand it. This is our chance to, metaphorically speaking, of course, finish them off. If we all vote for Republican in this upcoming election in 2 weeks, we drive the wooden stake through the vampire of liberalism. We take the Democrats further away from power. And the country gets better. We get richer. We get safer. We get more opportunity. We get more of the American dream. That's all we want. We want to earn a good, comfortable, nice life and raise our families. That's all we want. But the assorted, creepy crawlies, they don't want us to have that. That's why we've got to crush them under our heels. I'll see you tomorrow.